Well, hello. This is Kathy Cross Reese coming to you on day 12 of Reflections. 365 days this year, 366 last year. This is my first year doing reflections for the whole year. This month is the 31-day Wisdom Challenge, and I'm excited to share my reflections from the Wisdom Challenge as well as Proverbs 12. Each day, Proverbs is read in the 31-day Wisdom Challenge, and there is a special guest. Today's special guest was Keith Ferrante, and they went through the chapter together. And afterwards, Keith began to do some prophetic releases, which was amazing. It was almost like having church with a lot of prophetic speak and a lot of reflections of what transpired in the Kingdom Wealth workshop, which was right before. It was a 3-day workshop. And in the workshop, there was basically a lot of information about protection first, the Kingdom Wealth formula, which is protection, earn, and multiply. There was some discussion on the offer, which happened to be the 100X, as well as option trading. So if you didn't catch that, you can catch the replay. I see I have one person. Is this my grandson? Let's see. Good morning. I don't see who you are. So hello. Thank you for listening. So today's my reflection for today. And in the Wisdom Challenge, Keith Ferrante, I really love the relationship between Keith and Pedro. I mean, both of them are mentors in the faith. And they're mentors. Pedro is more of a mentor in the marketplace, but he's also a mentor in the kingdom. So both of them are very strong in that respect. So I really love and appreciate them being so genuine on screen and off screen. I've seen them both on screen and off screen. They are who they profess to be. And you don't really find that in a lot of spaces where you see public figures. And I don't know if Pedro would consider himself a public figure. I'd say if you have over 100,000 people watching you live, then I'd say you're a public figure. So thank you, Pedro, for sharing. I'm going to try and move stuff off my screen so I can see if I can engage in the chat. So I do have a question in the chat, and it says, good evening, how are you? So if you can see that under the question, if you can respond to that, that would be great. I really want to see how I can engage more with those of you. And I'll just share my reflection beyond the Wisdom Challenge in my day-to-day. I was able to exercise prayer this morning and activate my faith and belief for healing for my grandson who was experiencing some severe pain. So I'm grateful for this community of 100X. I'm grateful for Kingdom Seekers, grateful for the Hub community. I'm going to give a shout out to them because they were online as we were praying for one of my grandsons, Xavier, who was experiencing some pain from sickle cell crisis. So it was just really great to be in community. And I would say if you're on the fence about the offer, about being part of a community that is, I say, faith-based and also marketplace-based, and where those two intersect and collide for you to accelerate in your field of favor, then join. And so that's what I have for tonight. I will share, maybe I'll share a favorite first. That's always good to do. Actually, I like how it's broken up in the journal, in the Wisdom Journal. It shows if you love learning, which I love learning. And then the second part is wise people take advice. Yes, wise people take advice. Fools do not. They go on foolishly. But wise people take advice. So if you want to be wise, take advice. Not just from anyone, though. Take advice from mentors who have, as Rami says, have shown their scars. They're not just showing you their highlight reels, but they're showing you the places where they fail. And that's where the learning takes place. So let's see, I have a couple of favorite verses. I want to pick out one. And I'll pick out, since today is the 12th, I'm going to pick out verse 12, which, do I have that circled? Oh, the light is so dim in here. Verse 12, what the wicked construct. How about I turn a light on? That might help. Let me do that. Let me turn a light on. Oh, that's too bright. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, that helps. Now I can actually see. Now you can see me. That helps. So verse 12 reads, the one who stays on the job has food on the table. The witless chase whims and fantasies. So if you want to keep food on the table, then work, right? Work in your field of favor, work on your job, work, right? There's parts of the Bible that says if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. So stay in your lane though, work, get the work done, right? Don't be whimsical. That's what it says the fool does. The fool is whimsical and chases fantasies. So we're in an age now where there are a lot of scams. Sometimes scams come from people we know and unwittingly, right? They don't know sometimes, and other times they do know, and they're using our trust to deceive us. So be careful. Be careful in who you follow, who you trust. Make sure that it's someone who can be trusted, someone who is trustworthy. So that is my share for today, day 12 of 365. I attempt to come on at 9 p.m. at night. Sometimes I just can't quite make it at that time, but shortly thereafter, and one time I actually fell asleep and then woke up at 11:11 and still went live. So I will attempt to go live every night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're looking to try and catch me, then that's how you do it. And please comment in the chat. Let me know what's going on. How are you doing? What are your reflections for today? How are you learning, growing, stretching, advancing? And exactly as Proverbs says, do you love learning? Are you taking wise, why are you taking advice from wise people? It says wise people take advice, right? I want to add and say wise people take advice from wise people, right? You don't want to take advice from a fool. That would not be wise. That's not wisdom. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off for tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow.